My name is Vince McCann and I'm a doorman at the 12 Bar for the last 20 years.
It's like knocking down the mountain because it blocks your view without realising that you're knocking down a thing of beauty. And I think that's what's happening to a lot of London at the moment, where they just want to make it nice and clean and smooth, and then without realising that, well, you make it like that and then you take away what London's all about. It's part of the heartbeat. Music in central London, that's where it sprang from in this country. And if you start taking the heartbeat away, everything will start fading off around the edges.
Where do we put it? Take this one. Downstairs? Yep. And pass it to you downstairs? Go downstairs. Yeah. Bye.
See that roll, girl? Right.
How are you feeling?
Pardon? Knackered.
I have been working in Mencap for 2.5 years, and I really enjoy my job.
You know, I wanted to take a more humanitarian career.
I was actually working in the financial city in events, and I found a 18 hours a week job creating events for people with learning disabilities.
I'd like to communicate with this record a feeling of empowerment, a feeling of control. The music industry is changing so much, and we no longer have to be dependent on the major label structure, and it can be done. And there's a lot of artists out there who get dropped, or who get messed around, or have their careers and dreams crippled by corporations. And I don't want to sound preachy, because there are so many incredible artists who have been successful in that system. And it is an incredible opportunity, of which I had as well with the first record. Even the beginning is the last song on the album which we perform, and every single thing on that record was done live in the studio. This has been a much more liberating process. There hasn't been anybody getting in the way and questioning things so much. And so I've loved every moment of making this record. It's been the best experience of my life. People. Good. I don't feel sad now.
It's about a girl who she decides to throw a tea party, and she invites over some eccentric guests. The basic premise is that Annabelle isn't really who she's pretending to be, and she's trapped them into this weird game. They slowly begin to realise what's going on as the film progresses, and they realise that tea and cake isn't the only thing on the menu. From quite a colourful and cheery beginning, it degenerates quite quickly into something horrible and horrific, and hilarious, hopefully. She's a mystery even to me. I don't know where I got her from. She's like a child, but she's also a little bit like my mum in the way that she gets really stressed out about having people over and having, is the house clean and is everything going to be like perfect for all the guests, and it's that sort of neurosis about everything being perfect. But then Annabelle's a cannibal and a necrophile, and my mum, as far to my knowledge, isn't. So that's kind of where the comparison ends.
It was just this desert that went on infinitely, like stretches of sand and really searing blue sky. I was like screaming for water, and this just went on for like hours and hours and hours, and I'm just walking in this sand for what felt like an absolute eternity. It was all a bit familiar but unfamiliar, but it kind of shifts, but very much like the way that in dreams it's hard to pin down a reality and maintain it. It sort of fluctuated, I guess. I bet that little bastard pissed on me. I'll never know. I'll never know. Feeling vulnerable is definitely characteristic of my subconscious life. I mean, I've been to similar places when I've taken hallucinogenics, say when I was younger. So my subconscious is very different from my waking life. It's quite a frightened child place. No.
Go somewhere, take the materials available. We've chosen wood. Wood is in abundance and it's a waste material and it's beautiful material to work with, and then reconfigure it into a sculpture and leave it there. Then I got asked to do a music video. All these ideas came together and it's like, let's see if we can do this sort of wooden aesthetic of robots on a large scale. And then I instantly started thinking about things like shanty huts and things like that. After making that video and after making those sculptures, it's just really exciting. Suddenly there was this like wealth of possibilities. It's like, wow, this is suddenly a thing that we can do. We could get together some people, whoever's interested, start building these things. And then the idea just unfolded. It was literally on my way home from doing the video. It was like having a nervous breakdown, but in reverse.